Gav law. If you're facing a court order to travel across the country while dealing with a serious medical condition and no money to get there, you're not alone, and the law might actually be on your side. Today, we're breaking down what happens when a judge denies your reasonable request for a continuance or remote appearance, especially when you have documented medical reasons and financial hardship. This is a real situation someone posted about, and it reveals some critical gaps between what courts can order and what they should allow. Let's start with the core issue: due process. The 14th Amendment guarantees you the right to be present at trial, but it doesn't guarantee you have to appear in person in every circumstance. Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 26.1 actually allows courts to conduct proceedings by video conference, when parties consent or in certain circumstances. Many states, including Pennsylvania, have adopted similar rules, especially post-pandemic. So, a blanket denial of Zoom participation without considering your medical and financial situation may not hold up legally. Second, the medical barrier. A doctor's note explicitly prohibiting long travel is significant. You have a legal right to present evidence of medical necessity. Courts have discretion to grant continuances under the Pennsylvania Rules of Criminal Procedure when good cause is shown. A TBI diagnosis with medical documentation is good cause. The burden shifts to you to document it properly and present it to the court. Here's where it gets tricky. Your public defender is ghosting you. That's a serious problem. Inadequate assistance of counsel is a constitutional violation under the 6th Amendment, established in Strickland v. Washington. If your PD isn't responding to your requests, you have options. File a written motion requesting continuance yourself. Don't rely solely on your attorney. Courts must respond to pro se motions, meaning motions filed by you directly. Your financial hardship also matters. Courts are supposed to consider indigency when ordering compliance with their orders. If you genuinely cannot afford a plane ticket, that's relevant to whether the order is reasonable or whether alternatives exist. Here's your action plan. First, document everything immediately. Get your TBI diagnosis in writing. Get that doctor's letter in writing if it's not already. Write down every date your PD didn't respond. Second, file a written motion for continuance yourself, directly with the court. Include your medical documentation, your financial inability to travel, and request either remote participation or a postponement. File it before that 5-day deadline. Include language like, due to their documented medical condition preventing travel and lack of financial resources, petitioner respectfully requests continuance or remote participation to protect constitutional right to fair trial. Third, if your PD continues ghosting, file a motion requesting substitution of counsel. Explain in writing that you cannot reach your attorney. Fourth, contact your local legal aid office in Pennsylvania. Even though you're in California, Pennsylvania legal aid might handle cases with PA jurisdiction. They can help you file these motions. Fifth, if the judge still denies everything, that denial becomes a potential appellate issue. Errors in denying reasonable accommodations can sometimes be grounds for appeal. One critical note: don't ignore the court order. If you physically cannot appear, explain that to the court in writing before the deadline. Ignoring it will create worse problems, but advocating for your rights through proper legal channels is exactly what you should do. This is a situation where the law recognizes your rights to